Welcome to Ground Zero, our weekly roundup of the latest stories around Singapore as reported on citizen journalism website Stomp. I'm Sean.
And I'm Baoying.
In this clip, we're going to talk about a popular subject: commuters not giving up their seats to those who need it more. A sight I'm sure many of you would have seen.
Stomp receives an average of one contribution every day about inconsiderate behaviour on public transport. And on top of these complaints are commuters depriving the elderly or pregnant women of a seat.
And we've seen the different ways commuters go about being inconsiderate. From the infamous act of pretending to sleep,
to being too busy on their iPhone or handheld gaming device to realise someone in need is standing close by,
to occupying the seats with your shopping bags or a sleeping child.
There have been so many posts on such inconsiderate behaviour that some commuters have taken to masking themselves so that they can enjoy that treasured seat without being identified.
Then something comes along which shows even worse behaviour. A lovey-dovey couple spotted by Stomper Violet Tulips who didn't give up their seats to an old woman. What's worse, they were in the priority seats.
Apparently, other commuters stared at the couple who pretended not to see them and instead acted all lovey-dovey and even started giggling.
The young woman in the post has since written into Stomp to clarify why she didn't give up her seat. The 21-year-old student who wanted to be known only as Miss S. Lee said, "If we had seen the elderly lady, we would definitely have stood up. It's a basic thing."
She also added that she didn't look up because the train was crowded and she was playing with her mobile phone. She also explained that she took a southbound train to Marina Bay first to ensure that she got a seat for the long ride northwards to Choa Chu Kang.
Miss Lee hopes that members of the public would not judge a person too quickly. Well, I guess that clears matters up. Maybe you do all commuters good to look around their surroundings once in a while, then you can be the good Samaritan and give up your seat or ask someone else to do so when you see someone in need. Although I'm not sure if that would work on this young lady. She refused to give up her seat even after being asked repeatedly.
The Stomper apparently asked the young woman to give up her seat to an elderly lady, but the woman looked reluctant and ignored the Stomper.
The Stomper then took out his mobile phone and took pictures of the woman, openly announcing that he'll post pictures on Stomp.
The girl then whipped out her own mobile phone and started taking pictures of the Stomper in a "you take my picture, I'll take your" showdown, and said that she travelled to the first stop just to get a seat.
It wasn't until a man alighted later that the old lady got a seat and the commotion ended.
The post drew a slew of comments, and while most agreed with the Stomper that the girl was inconsiderate, some were on the girl's side, like Stomper Nemo6089, who felt that the Stomper was wrong in taking the girl's picture. The Stomper said, "Whether people give up their seat or not is their choice. You should not make an issue out of it. The old lady took public transport. She should be prepared to stand when there are no seats around. If she is not prepared to stand, then she should take private transport like her children's private car or taxi."
Stomper Somo Tapian added, "I wonder what were the other commuters who were seated doing? Why didn't they give up their seat?" The Stomper wrote, "Why target only the lady? Everyone in the vicinity seated is as guilty as charged. Besides, she isn't sitting in the reserved seat."
With all this inconsiderate behaviour on our public transport, one wonders what newly appointed Transport Minister Louis Tak Yew saw when he was spotted taking public transport recently. Up next, we talk about what Stompers feel about Transport Minister Louis Tak Yew taking the bus and MRT.